Hey, good morning. Good morning. It's 4:30 a.m. I'm at the gym, LA Fitness. I was getting ready this morning. I was listening to something, and yesterday I probably walked about 2 hours. I was delivering flyers, knocking on doors, talking to people, um, growing my business. See, the first 3 years in real estate, I had sold two of my personal properties. So I had somewhat of a cushion. And when you have a cushion, you don't have to build. You can lay. And I laid. Now, since then, we've moved on to greener pastures. We've taken on more responsibility. And now I'm in a position where I have to develop my business. So yesterday I'm walking around. I don't know, I knocked on about 200 doors. Hand them a flyer, see if anybody wanted to do business. And while I was walking around, I was listening to uh, Tony Robbins. And I was listening to Wake Up Warrior. And I was listening to some gospel. Then I was listening to some rap. Right? Went through the whole genre. It's keeping me motivated. And in all those different sectors that I dwelled into, they all talked about purpose. And they all talked about process. And one thing I know about being successful is there's a formula and a process that has to be adhered to. And what I also know about process is not something that we are typically trained to do or raised to be. And I think that's why so many people struggle with it. Is because if you don't come from a wealthy family, then you have no idea what process is, because chances are your mom or your dad had an idea about what they wanted to do, but once the process started kicking in, it would almost guarantee to make most people quit or settle at a specific level and say, this is it. The crazy thing is we are built in a way that we can literally attain anything. Just look at any billionaire in the world. The only difference between them and you is not their physical structure. The only difference is they were able to harness enough information. They were able to empower themselves past the point of settling for mediocrity. So when I listen to the word process, I automatically know that is basically saying get ready for war. Because everything that you were taught and trained to do as a child is going to be in direct conflict with who you want to be as a man or a woman. Because the process pretty much purifies that bullshit out of you. Process purifies excuses out of you. Process eliminates the need to surround yourself with people who do not benefit the growth. Process will have you looking at how you spend your time. The process will have you looking at and evaluating what you're eating. The process will have you looking for answers in places that you normally don't go. It's a shame when they say that the average American doesn't read another book, reads maybe one book a year after they get out of college or they're out of school, period, whatever that may be. I didn't go to college. I was school of hard knocks all day long. So it got me to thinking, how can a person tell if they're in a process or they're completely void of any process? Because we can be in denial all day long. But I came up with one way that you can actually search and see if you are in a process or you are in denial. And I want you to look around your house. It's a good test. I want you to look around your house, and I want you to first ask yourself, when's the last time I got rid of anything? Then the second thing I want you to ask yourself, or I'd like you to do, is go to any closet, open it up, maybe even a clothing closet. Open it up and take a look at some things that you have not wore or some things you have not touched in a couple months, at least 2 months. Throw it in the center of the room and tell one of your kids to go throw it in the garbage. I say one of your kids because that's what I'm going to tell them to do. You do it. I did the hard work. You go take that out. See, you can't get anywhere in this life without process. You can't get nowhere. A couple reasons why is, one, nobody trusts a degenerate. Nobody's going to trust somebody who lacks the discipline to do what they should do but won't do. And that's a part of the process. To grow, to move past the point of fear into action, and what you once thought you would never do, you now do. Our oldest says, I don't like vegetables, I hate fish, sushi sucks, it's horrible, done. That's what you say when you don't know what else to say, or when you're confronted with something that you are completely unaware of the power of it. So if you can throw away things inside of your house, that's a step in the direction of developing a clean process. I sat down this morning. I almost never do any work in the morning, but I love my business. I genuinely, legitimately love real estate. I love what I do. It's a great business. You get to deal with a lot. You get to deal with some assholes, but you also get to deal with a lot of really great people. And if you really are not coming from a selfish position, then you'll take the time to talk to them, listen to them, see that they have problems just like you, and they're really coming to you because they just need somebody who can help them with the answers. And in that case, you're not really going to come across a whole lot of assholes, just people who are confused about the process. So I love real estate. So this morning I sat down and I started sending out some emails. But these are good emails because these are the people who I've done business with. And I'm saying, hey, hello, how are you doing? Hey, I miss seeing you around, talking to you. Just wanted to make sure everything was okay. Those are good. But see, a couple months ago or even a year ago, that wouldn't have even been something that I could do. It would have took me all day to compose one email, or I would have been sitting there staring at the computer completely deadlocked, which was a reason for my dead, was because I was scared to go into action. I was scared to go through the process, and that caused the dead. See, because when you don't go into action, you can't develop a source of income. And then the money that you have starts running out. And then you start putting yourself up against the wall, and that's okay. The crazy thing is, it seems like we always need to go up against the wall before we come out fighting, versus coming out fighting before we have to hit the wall. That's crazy. And maybe part of the process is to get past that point of hitting rock bottom before you bounce up. But I did the work. And because I understood the process simpler and clearer, because I had been repeating it so much, I was able to take the same thing that would have took me all day or 2 days to do, I was able to compress that down into 8 minutes. Because I developed a process, a system of doing things. If you want to go big in this life, you're going to have a process for everything. But the first thing you have to create a process with is you. is you. I'm kicking ass every day. I'm not winning every day, but I'm kicking ass every day. And I'm going to keep kicking ass because I have faith that where I want to be is a part of the process. It's a part of the journey. It's a part of this big, beautiful plan that I don't always understand, but I have faith in. All right? Take care. Peace out. Blessed.